That was easy, huh?
Kevin McCarthy of California secured the role of Speaker of the House this week on the 15th round of voting. Hi, I'm Alex Nitzberg, and welcome to the Alex Nitzberg Show. The process spanned multiple days, but after coming up short in 3 votes on Tuesday, 3 votes on Wednesday, 5 votes on Thursday, and 3 votes on Friday, McCarthy finally secured victory in the 15th vote, which began on Friday night and spilled over past midnight into Saturday. 19 Republicans voted against him in the first 2 votes. Then on the third vote, Byron Donalds of Florida, who had voted for McCarthy the first 2 times, switched and voted against him. So a total of 20, those original 19 plus Donalds, were voting against McCarthy from the 3rd through the 11th vote. Also, Victoria Spartz of Indiana, who had voted for McCarthy the first 3 times, switched her vote to present on the 4th vote and continued voting present from the 4th through the 11th votes. But during the first vote on Friday, which was the 12th vote overall, 13 of the Republicans who had been voting against McCarthy switched to vote for him, and Victoria Spartz switched back to voting for McCarthy as well. Then in the 13th vote overall, Andy Harris of Maryland voted for McCarthy. In the 14th vote, Matt Gaetz of Florida and Lauren Boebert of Colorado, who had voted against McCarthy in the first 13 rounds of voting, voted present, but McCarthy fell just 1 vote short of victory in that 14th round. Andy Biggs of Arizona, Eli Crane of Arizona, Bob Good of Virginia, and Matt Rosendale of Montana continued to vote against McCarthy in that 14th round. But then in the 15th and final round of voting, which started late on Friday night and spilled past midnight into Saturday, Gaetz and Boebert voted present again, and Biggs, Crane, Good, and Rosendale also switched their votes to present, lowering the threshold that McCarthy needed to win and allowing him to secure victory. Chip Roy of Texas voted against McCarthy 11 times before finally voting for him in the 12th round. Here's a clip of some of the remarks that he made this week.
That bill gets rammed through, and we know exactly how it gets rammed through, because the defense world and the non-defense world come together and say, you know what? We're going to cut a deal, and we'll all go to the mics, and we're all going to give speeches, and the American people are the big losers. That's what happens. We know that's what happens. The Rules Committee sits up there and passes a bill, sends it to the floor, and we have no debate on the floor of this body. We haven't been able to offer an amendment on the floor of this body since May of 2016. The former leader and I have discussed this right here. That's true. But the fact is, this place has to change. It has to change. And the change comes by either adopting rules and procedures that will make us actually do our job, or it comes from leadership. And people ask me, what do you want? I want the tools, or I want the leadership to stop the swamp from running over the average American every single day. We can't keep doing this. I'm going to sit here until we figure out how to stop spending money we don't have. I don't want any more empty promises. I don't want any more, oh, don't worry, trust us, we'll do it. I want to know that we're going to be able to exercise our rights as a member of this body to stand up for the American people and actually fix this country. And it's not going to happen when we use our men and women in uniform in defense and wrap ourselves around that and then spend more money that we don't have, weakening that defense, weakening our country in the process. But that's what we just did.
Former President Donald Trump was urging Republicans to support McCarthy, a move that Matt Gaetz described as the worst human resources decision President Trump has ever made.
I love President Trump. I defended him a great deal in Congress, but HR wasn't always his strong suit. You know, President Trump got us folks like Jeff Sessions and Bill Barr and Jim Mattis and Mark Esper, people who didn't always advance America First policy. So while I think Trump has the vision, I do. I think President Trump is wrong to the extent that he supports Kevin McCarthy. I'm going to support President Trump when he runs for re-election in 2024, but I'm not going to back him on this play.
McCarthy thanked Trump for his support.
But I do want to especially thank President Trump.
Thank you for watching this episode of The Alex Nitzberg Show. If you enjoyed this show, please subscribe to my channels on both YouTube and Rumble.